Hello, my name is Rose, and today I'm going to talk about the difference between goals and law of attraction. So, most of us are familiar with goals. I think goals are wonderful. I've used them quite a bit. I worked for corporate America, and they were extremely helpful. Um, and if you have worked for corporate America, you may have even created SMART goals. So, SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely, and comes in real handy when you are especially working on really big goals or goals for companies where it gives you some accountability to really be specific about the goals that you're setting. And a goal, this is Snow White. A goal is something that you would work towards. So let's say here's your goal. And so you're going to make incremental steps to move towards the goal until you, yay, get to the goal. And if it's a huge goal, you might even make yourself some milestones along the way so that you hit part of the goal, hit the next part of the goal, until you finalize and get to the goal. Yay. And I still use goals as I use probably law of attraction more now, but I think goals are great. So this is not a goals versus law of attraction, it's just the difference. So goals are something that you move towards. Law of attraction is drawing things into your life. So you become the magnet to draw things into your life. It is like attracts like. It is, there's a lot of information about law of attraction, so I'm not going to go in depth, but basically it is tuning yourself to the frequency that you want to experience and drawing things to you. And so it is actually not necessarily specific, not measurable. It goes beyond achievable, I will say. It goes beyond realistic. It can be timely. But I like to share a story to better explain what I mean by all of this and why I love law of attraction so much. So a group of friends were going to Las Vegas for a milestone birthday, and I really wanted to go. But it wasn't a great time because I had just bought a house. There were lots of expenses to that and busyness. And really, it was a financial choice of, I don't know that this is a great time. I'm out of state from Las Vegas. It's not really drivable. So, and I didn't want to be that person who couldn't afford to do things once we got there, like see a show or go to an expensive dinner and all that can go along with Las Vegas. But I really wanted to see these friends, and so I was quite in a quandary. And a friend of mine said, use law of attraction to get this trip, or to go to this trip in the way that you want to experience it. So honestly, law of attraction is easy when it's really playful and you're just having a good time with it. But when it comes down to something that could affect my family financially, you know, the stakes are raised a bit, then I'll admit it's more challenging to trust. But I did. So I set myself with the thoughts and feelings that I wanted to experience, which included friendships and connecting with people. And I just really focused on how great that felt and how much fun that was. And the whole thought of money was basically that everything was taken care of. It was easy. It didn't affect my home life at all. It was all just cared for. So that's how I set myself, with these thoughts and these feelings. And so I committed to doing this. And I was really fortunate. We found great flights, great ticket prices. And I got there. It was easy to get there. The first night, we had a pizza party, which is super cheap. And a friend of mine in the group said that she happened to be there early and ran into an old neighbor slash friend who happened to work at the hotel we were staying at, who happened to have some high up there job where he could arrange some fun things for us to do. So the first day that we're there, we'd all talked about pooling in to buy a cabana at this poolside, which would have cost $50. But it seemed like a great thing to do so that we could all have a little private place to be at the pool. And this friend got us into a private pool area that had a big stage and DJ and all these cabanas, and it was this big party. And there was an enormous, I wouldn't call it cabana, but a private VIP area on either side of the stage. And in these private areas was your own little pool, your cabana, your hangout area, free all you can eat food, free all you could have drinks. There were multiple people tending to us, and he had set this whole thing up for free for us. So there we are in this enormous area next to the stage with our own pool, all the food you can eat, drinks galore. I'm not a drinker, but it was still a cool thing. People that were waiting on us, and that was, the entire thing was free. And the only thing asked of us is that we tipped, which was less than the cabana that we were going to get. So we spent most of the day there, and it was amazing. I would not have come up with that on my own. If I had made that a goal, it wouldn't have crossed my mind. I would not have asked for it. So that's law of attraction, yay. So that night, we were arranged to go into the dance club for free. And we got a private booth right by the dance floor for free. And all you could have drinks for free and our own private bouncer. Now, I've never been escorted to the restroom by a bouncer, had the bouncer wait outside the restroom for me to come out and then walk me back to my table. It was really quite the experience. And we had private servers that were helping us and tending to all of our needs. And the dancing was amazing. And it was incredibly fun. Again, would not have come up with that. It was way beyond my idea of what I would have planned, what I ever would have asked for. If someone actually came up with that to add to my list of things that I would like to do, I would have laughed. Especially with the bouncers. So that was unbelievably fun and amazing. Let's see what else happened. So the last thing, wonderful things happened. Everything was kind of taken care of. It was first class all the way. It was things that I've never experienced before in my life. The last thing I'll mention is a friend and I shared a hotel room. And she ended up paying for it on her credit card. So I asked her how much I owed her, probably 3 or 4 times within a couple weeks span. It became obvious that she didn't really care about being paid back. So I asked her, what if we do a trade and I do a healing session on you for the cost of the hotel? Because I do QHHT, past life regression, hypnosis sessions, soul retrievals, Reiki, the whole bit. So she was excited about that. And she said, yes, let's do the trade. And so I got the hotel for free. So that's where law of attraction is really fun, because it can really give you an experience beyond what you would have ever thought to ask. And then it's fun to see how all of that plays out. Things that you wouldn't even think about, things that you wouldn't ask for, things that just wouldn't even cross your mind. it comes into your experience, and that makes life so much fun and unexpected and delightful and bigger and better than you could have ever imagined. So it's really fun for me to use law of attraction in my life, and you can use it with just about, I will say, just you can use it with anything. If you want a different experience with your job, if you want a different job, if you want to redo your kitchen, which I'm doing right now, if you want to take a trip, absolutely. If you want things to be a different way with your family, with your kids, I truly believe that I like a lot of harmony and fun in my family, and so I need to resonate with those thoughts and feelings to draw those experiences into my own life. And I love that it's up to me. It's really up to me. If there's an experience that I'm not enjoying, that's like a big thing in my life, it's up to me to change my thoughts and feelings for things to change. I can't change anybody else. I can maybe influence them for a time, which I will also try to do with my son and husband. I try to have a positive influence on them, but I will use law of attraction to take responsibility for my own experiences and how I would like them to be. And again, just another tool to play with. And if you're new to this, play with the things that are easier to play with and not the things that are dire or causing you an abundance of stress. Do that as well if you're up to it, but I'm just saying it's easier to play with the things that you have a heart to play with and have some fun with. I wanted to share a final note, and that is it possible that all of the amazing things that happen in Las Vegas would have happened regardless of my law of attraction efforts? They happened for everybody else on the trip. We all had the same basic experience, and they probably didn't use law of attraction. So what do you say about that? And to that, because I asked myself that question too, as I'm learning law of attraction and how does this really work, and is it dependable, et cetera, the analyst in me. And I will say that I believe that what happened was due to law of attraction. But even if it wasn't, my experience of it was pure delight because I was in the mindset and heart set of having a wonderful experience. So I engaged with it all. I trusted it. I relished it. I was amused by it. I fully enjoyed it all. And if I had stayed in the mindset of, I'm worried about money, I don't want to be that person that can't do things, I would have been in the mindset of, what's going to happen? What's everyone going to want to do next? Can I afford this? And I would not have enjoyed it nearly as much as I did. So regardless, being in the mindset and heart set that I wanted to experience allowed me to experience it the way that I wanted to. And so with that, I thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful, and I wish you a delightful day.